Hello all my crafty friends. Today I am going to show you some organization of my craft room. I am participating in the craft room organization, which is hosted by Tammy from Crafty Peep. Co-host is Fabi from Arrows DIY, and their guest host is Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. Please go check all of their links out, which will be in my description box, along with the playlist link to see how everyone else did their craft room. Check them out. So we're starting in my craft area, which is in the garage. And as you can see, it's quite a mess. I share this garage, obviously, with my husband, but I have my florals there. And then there's two boxes that I picked up from a thrift store. I've got a bunch of florals and paintbrushes and paint and spray paint that I got at a really, really good price. And then, of course, this is the area where everything just gets kind of plunked there and has to get put away. Then over here is where I craft in my little corner, and it's a mess, and I'm working on a craft there, as you can see. But yeah, I've got this little corner that I craft in, and yeah, it needs some tidying up as well. So we're gonna try and tidy most of it up, sweep up any of the mess, get some stuff put away, do the best we can, right? You do what you can in the space that you have. I love that I have these shelves here because it makes for a lot of room to organize things, but then sometimes I just can't find it. So here what I'm showing you is I'm going to try and organize this paint area. That's what we're going to start out with first. If anyone has any ideas on how to organize all this ribbon, leave a comment down below. I've got so much and it really needs to be organized. But first, let's start crafting. So here are all the beads. And I thought it's really hard to find the beads that you need if they're all in this big container mixed together. So I grabbed a bunch of empty jars. They don't match, but I'm okay with that. I can see through them, right? And all I'm going to do is sort through them. Of course, starting with the big ones. Those were the easy ones to find. And then just grabbing handfuls and starting to put them in the jars, sorting them the best I can. Square ones with square, round with round, big, small, medium, large, and I grab more jars if I need more. All right, so I've cleaned up this area here, made it a little more accessible to get the paints that I use most, and my paintbrushes were over on the big shelves, so I gathered them all here, all the tools that I use. I've got, don't mind my tablet, I was watching something while I was doing it. But I've got all my glues and everything that I use as in glue and Mod Podge and all here. Don't look at that yet. And then I've got my rulers and scissors and extra little things and my cups that I rinse my paintbrushes and paintbrushes that I'm using basically not right now, but the ones I've been using so far. And all my paint markers and whatnot there. So that's what I've gotten done so far. Don't look at anything else. Because, well, okay, so, no, I did get a whole bunch of that stuff cleared out, but half of it is here, because that has to go upstairs, and that has to go upstairs, and got a big bag of garbage, at least. And, yeah, on to the next step, which I'm not quite sure, but I'll figure it out. So I still have quite a bit to do, but I am done for now. I've got... Don't worry about that bottom shelf. It's half me and half my husband, and that there all has to be gone through. But I unboxed the one box with all the spray paint and more stain and paint in it. It's all put away. I still have this box to go through. It's just baskets with florals, but I need to build myself something for the florals. And then as you come along, I've got all my beads that I showed you all sorted and in jars there. We've got fabric and foam and ropes, more paintbrushes because they're in boxes, extra glue and sandpaper. And then you come up and I've got all my wood pieces and boards and anything that has to do with wood. Then we go to mosses and whatnot, stencils, rub-on stickers. There's some more fabric there. My bin wasn't big enough. We've got napkins and tissue paper in that one. Some more crafting items. That paint I gotta find a spot for. Glass items that I can create with. Florals up there. I really need to figure something out to organize my florals. And then we've got all these miscellaneous items. Like that's a box of lights, and we've got Christmas stuff and fall stuff and more Christmas styrofoam balls, stamps, and all that kind of jazz. Top shelf is just a mixture of my husband and I. Now let's go show you my work area. So I showed you this here before, and I need to figure out something to do with my ribbon too. And this here has to be kind of cleaned up and organized again, but I kind of showed you this area here before. It's got all the paintbrushes for when the ones I'm using go yucky on me. I've got my clipboard with the months on it for all the projects that are collaborations and whatnot I'm going to go through. Right now we're in May, so this is everything that I was working on. I've got all my folk art chalk paint and some of my puffy paint. Some of the colors that I've been using right now. My clay and my hand sander. Some cleaner, my little toolboxes with little parts in it. Rope that I use right now. And some burlap. And then you come over here, and I even changed my tablecloth. I've got my desk all cleaned up. My glues. Glue gun stuff. All that jazz. Got my guns and my tape set up, and then on this side I've got a few tools and my cups with water and my paintbrushes and markers. And that's what I've got done so far. So, just wanted to give a little update. After I finished that video, I did a few other things and organized a little bit more. As you can see here, I built myself a shelf. I will link the video to where this shelf was built up in the cards there or down in the description box, so take a look at that. But I made this shelf, which fits my tower stand and a bunch of shelves with all my paint and everything I need and lots of extra room. And then I also did this here on the side, which holds all my florals that I have at the moment. Oh, some cattails are on the floor. But, yeah, I made this, and I believe the video for this will come out towards the end of July. It's for the What Would You Make challenge at the end of July, and my shelf is the What Would You Make challenge in June. I still have to do something with my ribbons. I'm still trying to figure that out because I don't have any wall space to hang them on. So I got to figure out what I could use. But I even cleared out one of my bins that had all a bunch of little extra papers and stuff. One of my kids' school needed pieces of scrapbooking paper and whatnot. So I put all that in a bag and sent it to school with him. That was an easy way of cleaning. But yeah, I thought I'd share this with you towards the end. By hanging all my flowers here, it gave me extra room up here. I've got an extra spot there. Well, yeah, nice progress. I love that shelf. It's nice and sturdy. I would like to thank everyone for joining me on this crafting organization room challenge. I'm in a garage, which is kind of handy because I've got a lot of room to move things around, but when you start putting things into bins, it takes up a little more room, but I'll get it figured out. So far, I've got it layered out the way I want. I just got to label everything so I remember what's in them, because that's my main problem is I'll be looking for dowels or whatever, and I can't remember what bin they are in. But yeah, I thank you all for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget that little notification bell and turn it to all so you can see all my other videos and know when I upload next. If you're a returning subscriber, I'd like to say welcome back. I'm so happy that you've returned and have stuck by me through this entire journey of mine. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. We'll see you again next time. Bye!